Hey there, Original Soul. Welcome in, welcome back. Thank you in advance for sharing your energy with this new moon intention reading. Let's get into it, shall we? All right, so I got some oracle cards that we will shuffle up and get out. New moon today in Capricorn. Capricorn energy is about kind of 3D material, physical world, I should say. Can be about material things, but that could be about your health, your body, your environment, resources, money, different things like that. And intentions on the new moon, right? Not everything happens overnight or even by the next full moon. So a lot of times it can take kind of that 6 months until you get to the opposite sort of sign, opposite cycle. So right now we're in new moon in Capricorn. In Cancer season, we'll be having a full moon in Capricorn. So kind of that 6 month out period, you may start to see what you set intentions in today sort of growing, whatever seeds you plant today, kind of sprouting then. And I was just kind of looking back, I was just curious in my moon calendar, I was keeping track. So back when we had the full moon in Capricorn, kind of new moon in Cancer, so about 6 months ago, I had an intention, I don't know if you can see that or not, of I am clearing. And it is just kind of looking back 6 months. And I think even a week ago or so, there was one of the weekly affirmation readings that I like to do on Sundays was, came out as like, I am clear, I am clearing. I've definitely seen a lot of that in my own life. So anyway, let's get into it. Enough rambling, or what did I say to call that? Sharing. Let's go ahead and get started with a card from the Moonology deck. To kick this off, if you already have an intention you'd like to set, I don't know how you like to use your intentions, but I do kind of like to follow the moon cycle. So something I like to focus on and really work on over the next, what is it, 28, 29 days, whatever that, 29 and a half days, something like that. And then see how that kind of sets in and goes from there. All right. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's cut the deck. All right, a win-win outcome is forecast. So there's the first card out. Full moon in Libra is the card here. You can see the scales, the balance there. Had a Libra card pop out the last 2 weeks in a row in the weekly affirmation reading. So definitely a big energy right now. So potentially balance is something that's going to be playing in with the intentions. Meditate and contemplate at the bottom of the deck. I totally agree. All right, let's see. A win-win outcome is forecast. It doesn't have to be something legal, but it could be. Libra does have to do with justice, so do the scales. We've all kind of seen that imagery when it comes to the courts and that sort of system. So maybe there is something in your life that has to do with, like I said, that's been coming up a lot lately. But a win-win outcome is forecast. It's the best type of outcome. All right, let's get are these like a earthly oracle, earthly spirit oracle to add with it. Okay, balance. So, I mean, is there more I really need to say about that? I think this is a super strong energy right now. Look how beautiful these two pictures look together. I'm kind of going with that purple as well. Even on this balance card, it looks like that full moon right there. Okay, so definitely a huge, big important, prominent energy right now, balance. I'm gonna say that definitely has something to do with the intention over the next cycle here. Again, kicking off with new moon in Capricorn. All right, this wanted to pop out too as it kind of slowly fell off the deck. Clarity, what was I talking about at the beginning that I am clearing? All right, so balance and clarity. Maybe there's something that's going to become more clear to you, for you. Looks like there's a full moon as well on that card. And more of that purple. We'll keep that right here at the top. Okay. What am I doing here? Let's get... Oh, hang on. I'm going to undo that shuffle. I don't want them to be all upside down. Oh my goodness. Okay. Some of them will be. All right. Let's do that again. All right. This is emotion deck. I cannot do two things at one time. Talk and shuffle. No. Right. Multitasking. Not a thing. All right. Let's do one more shuffle. All right, and with that balance, just like I tried to just undo that shuffle, some of the things were upside down. I didn't want it to be that way, but it was a little bit too late. I couldn't quite get it undone, and that's okay. So maybe rolling with, right, things that aren't exactly perfect or the way you want. All right, let's see who we get coming out of this deck. Ooh, nervous hippo. All right. Also purple on this card as well. Look at that cute little hippo. All right, nervous hippo. A tense feeling of being easily alarmed or agitated, especially in anticipation of something. And again, that first card that came out, a win-win outcome as forecast. Maybe there's something you're going through right now or that you have going on that's got you a little bit worried. So intention to create balance. Right? Focus on the areas you have control of where you can create balance, right? And that starts with yourself. Earlier today, I actually did a little moon message as well. And what came out was, my body is a wondrous and magnificent machine, and I feel privileged to live in it. Okay, so again, now that we're in Capricorn season, I was mentioning pentacles are about the 3D physical world. So maybe there's balance that you can bring in and create in your own physical body, regardless of what's going on in the outside world. Right, that inner harmony and peace, meditation. Right, if you're having a hard time getting out of your head, a great way to get into your body is some kind of physical activity. Does not have to be intense, can be, depends what you're looking for. Right, but maybe even just getting outside for a few minutes, maybe like jumping jacks or push-ups. Did you ever have to do burpees? Burpees, do you remember those in gym? Oh my gosh, I really hated those. Yoga is one of my activities of choice. Walking, another top favorite, fan favorite over here. Okay, let's get a message out of the herb deck. All right. Crack open rose. All right, a little thorny and a little sweet on rose. Let's see. Let me go ahead and read what the book has to say about rose. Once the realization is accepted that even between the closest human beings, infinite distances exist, a wonderful living side by side can grow if they succeed in the loving the distance between them, which makes it possible for each to see the other whole against the sky. Excuse me. All right. Yes, that. Rose sighs as she contemplates Rainier Maria Rilke's take on relationships. And that's where that previous passage comes from. Rose adores poetry, but despite popular belief, she simply can't countenance mushy love. Rose knows that to experience love in full, you need to be strong vessel while at the same time cracking open. A contradiction? No more a contradiction than flowers and thorns, murmurs Rose. Rose reminds you to embrace dualities and say both and instead of either or. Okay, what a beautiful message there. All right, so Rose, crack open. Maybe there's something that you've been holding back that you need to let go. And like I said at the beginning, the thorns and the sweet, that balance, right? Maybe there's something you're nervous about that you need to share. All right, let's get a tarot or two to add to it to see if we get any just additional messages. 1111, I was saying that. Oh, that one wants to come out. We'll save it for a minute here. Let's do another shuffle or two. You may already know, right, what your intention is or what this means for you, where this is going. Ace of Pentacle there I just saw, maybe some kind of new resource, new opportunity. We're talking about some kind of new seed to plant, so that definitely can be that new pentacle. What do you want to see sprouting and growing right after this intention and work over the next few weeks, and how that grows and flourishes then over the next few months. Something around balance for sure. That Knight of Pentacles cutting the deck. All right, one or two more to add to it before we close it out. Okay, let's see. Ooh, Hermit, Page of Cups, Lovers at the bottom of the deck. In the last few affirmation readings as well, you know, I had mentioned with the Libra card ruling the 7th house, definitely relationships can be coming up. Even that quote that was out of this book, which I'll add to the description of the video. I'll try to remember to do that, right? Mentioned relationships as well. So this could definitely be for a lot out there, something related to balance in a relationship. This could also be internal balance. We all have masculine, feminine energies as well, dualities, polarities. So, right, balance in some ways, balance in something in your world. Again, Lovers at the bottom, right? So that really could be kind of what's beneath the surface of the whole thing. Let's see what this secret card is. Okay, Justice. Again, you just can't make it up, right? When the cards come out, balance, justice. I've also got the cards laying out here from yesterday's affirmation reading. So I just happen to have that Libra card, which also has the scales right there. Okay. So hermit mode. Maybe you've been in hermit mode. Maybe you need to spend a little bit of time in hermit mode. This is about reflection, going inward, possibly looking at some of those lessons or things that are out of balance, right? If we're looking to gain balance, what is out of balance? Maybe not shying away from what that may be, right? Or at least being aware internally of what that is. But you can see not everything is gray and dismal. It looks very similar to the weather I'm having right here, right now. But look at the bright gold cane, the bright gold star. Right? At some point after going inward, you gain wisdom, you gain some of that clarity, and you can come out of hermit mode a little more healed. The star does represent healing, also shining your light, sharing wisdom potentially. All right, Page of Cups. This can be some type of apology, right? Maybe there's an apology you need to give. Maybe there's one coming your way. This also is a little unique, right? So a little quirky. Maybe this is being a little more authentic, just tapping into your true self. I also like to think of this as maybe some kind of offer spiritually. So maybe you get some sort of download, some sort of intuitive hit. Being willing to be open to whatever that message might be. All right, and then again, we already talked about the fact that justice came out as well, which again, the sword of clarity is upright. And then the scales, again, of balance. So, super synchronistic messages right here. So what is your intention over this next moon cycle here? Right, again, today, new moon in Capricorn. Strong, strong feelings about balance. Right, so that is the intention over the next month, some type of balance. I don't know what that means for you. I think for me, just with that other card that came out too about the body, I'm definitely going to have an intention, a goal to do something really balancing and nourishing for my body every day. Right, maybe that can be drinking more water. Sometimes that might be needing to rest. Maybe it's pushing myself to get outside, even if it's chilly. It's not always my favorite kind of weather. So that's how I'm kind of thinking of this for myself, creating balance in my internal environment with my physical body, which, spoiler alert, impacts how you feel emotionally, right? Lets you be a little more balanced in other areas as well, right? Those body, mind, spirit all tie together. All right, so that's it. That is the new moon message. There it is. Balance. I seek balance. I hope that that is something that you're able to find, or maybe you've already have it. I also hope there was a message in here for you today. Again, thank you so much for being here and sharing your energy with this new moon intention reading. And until next time, peace.